run of the season, separated the game midway through for USF and propelled them to an 8-4 win. Pretty much same starting nine for the third-year head coach Rob DeToma outside of Edison Esquivel. 3 home runs for the freshman this season, and he's batting 5th. Meanwhile, defensively for Santa, they try to get even again against USF. So the Dons off to a 1-0 start to begin conference play. 500 overall this season. Santa Clara a game below. Cody Watanabe will lead things off for the USF Dons, rocking their road black uniforms. Alternates all the way around with Santa Clara and the cursive creasing across the chest. And the cream patterns here today is one of the year. A home run that barely scraped over the wall in left center field, but was enough to separate this game as Bayless misses with an off-speed pitch, and it's 1-0. At the time, it was 1-1. Midway through, kind of a back-and-forth pitcher's battle. Brandon Gomez was very good in Game 1 for Santa Clara, as Bayless spots up with a heater, and the count's even. Gomez ended up going Bayless fastball, primarily the four-seam variety, overhand hook, and it is a biting curveball, along with a changeup. Last year was more of a two-pitch guy, fastball, curveball, 2-2. This one is hit through the left side, and T.J. Rogers is aboard with 2 outs. So Garcia plays it in, and the first knock of the ball. Tritons, but last year with USF, a 3.2 earned run average. A little bit of a slower start so far this year, working with a 2-1 record through his first 5 starts, and so he gets the ball in Game 2, and he'll match up with Mateo Garcia. The Delta transfer worked his way aboard a couple of times last night, checks his swing in Carolina. And so from the stretch, first pitch there from Soberone is inside. Struggling to find it here. Coming off a 5-inning performance against Creighton. Has had 3 quality starts this season. His first 3 starts of the year against Sac State, Central Michigan, and nearby San Jose State. That pitch is inside. Ross digs in. 1-0 Santa Clara early. There's an off-speed pitch down. So Cleary's going to be credited with the base hit. And then Garcia comes around on the first error of the game. There were a total of 6 last night. 4 for Santa Clara and 2 for USF. The pitch. Off the plate. Again, was behind home plate last night doing the DHing. Has been Santa Clara's best bat in terms of average, 327 so far this season. First one he sees is away. Soberone struggling to find it here in the first. Now looking to get bailed out by a potential double play ball, and this could be delayed turnaround third base. And now there'll be a mound visit. Raymond takes it off the plate away. So Soberone's first Northwest, but all of them have yet to find their footing here now at the collegiate level. Big spot here for Raymond. The payoff is low, ball 4. Well, that's a cheap one, but his first collegiate RBI brings in the 4th run of the first. So station-to-station baseball for Santa Clara. Well towards right center field. DeSalle on the move. DeSalle looking up, and that ball bangs off the base of the wall. And this might clear the bags. Here comes one. The second's behind. The throw is offline, and Mateo Garcia clears the bases. Ross laces this one out of play. Well, for those who did shortstop, and a look at our West Coast Conference standings brought to you by Lenardi's Markets. Well, all but St. Mary's active, goes down swinging. 3 very good breaking balls from Max Bayless. And there's 1 out. So Bayless' second strikeout of the ball game. Now here comes Edison Esquivel as Nico Olsen is sprinting Crawford country. And takes ball one. 351 average this season. 3 homers, 7 batted in. As everyone on the infield returns to their typical positions. Cunningham a little behind second base. Breaking ball is up. The senior's hitting 154 in 13 starts. Swing and a miss there. And that curveball from Bayless, he will go to the well a lot. Fung also a home run and a double so far this season. The pitch, that is low. Infield singles as Lutzo laces this one through the left side and in for a base hit. So Johnny Lutzo, who has come along and really been the surprise of fall camp and the beginning of spring, as a 1-out single, 6th hit of the game for the Broncos. So after Lutzo reached in that first inning, a cut game. And again, there's a lot of spots up for grabs around this Santa Clara lineup. Saw Williams at second base, who's kind of been a mainstay in the middle of the order. Probably going to get the nod on Sunday, I would imagine. Here's the pitch. Olsen shoots it the other way. Easy play for Fung. Building the future of Santa Clara athletics, and also by Lux Bus America, covering more ground in more places. Evan Giddings with you on ESPN Plus. Max Bayless back to the bump for his 3rd inning of work. Santa Clara leading 8-0. All runs in the first inning. A little more quiet for Soberone on the mound for USF in the second. Watanabe went down swinging his first time. After reaching yesterday twice, was also hit by a pitch, including the walk. 1-1 now. Mentioned this off the top, but Watanabe, a .320 hitter. Just his Raymond skies it, and that is going to go foul. So it looked like a nice catch made by Keegren, but unfortunately, the moment that it crosses that white line into the bullpen, it is out of play. That is the Steve 2-1 pitch. Low, ball 3. Typically just see that for overthrows from the outfield, generally in the third base line, but again, sort of one of the few quirks. Karsten, hitter's count, chops it foul. Who quite clearly is standing on second base when he catches the ball, did indeed have his foot on the bag. You can see there the still-by-still frame right into the mitt, and the left foot on Santa Clara and USF opener of the WCC is TJ. Here's the pitch. He spiked it. Well, Bayless obviously building off of his freshman season. And Saturday is, in general, an opportunity for everyone thinking of coming to a game at Stephen Schott Stadium is a chance for you to get to know some of the freshmen. Signature Saturdays here at Stephen Schott Stadium. And the average this season has been exciting as well. And a 4-pitch walk from Bayless, so really the first situation that Bayless has had to work through here today. Again, working with an 8-run lead. And got a nice point from his starting pitcher. Not a simple endeavor from Garcia. And again, with the wind whipping out that way, as it tends to do. So a chance for Bayless to escape the fourth unscathed. Harmon here. First pitch, misses. Cleary will take strike one. Max Bayless has been simply stymieing the USF offense on the mound for the Broncos. 4 innings with 5 strikeouts so far as Cleary beats that one into the turf and it eats up Keegren. I mean, statistically speaking, he's sitting pretty. Pickoff is late. And a credit to him is now Rusty Filter's going to come over and have a word with Brooks O'Hearn. And I think he's asking, my guess would be about the pickoff move. At cutting down these Santa Clara bats, as that pickoff attempt is not close. But Soberone is, again, in his 5th season, a veteran around the West Coast, coming over from UCSD. The next opponent next weekend for Santa Clara as Joyce turns on that pitch and grounds it past the third base. A little tardy that time. Lutzo, who was a backup catcher for really the better part of his first 2 seasons, but really came along. He looked like one of the best hitters in the lineup last weekend against Texas as he seized that up. And really that's where his progress up in Marin County, and this season has been called upon quite often. Over 9 2/3 innings. Unfortunately has been banged up a bit, but primarily at the beginning of his season. He's held opponents to just 3 runs over his last 4 appearances. Now in his 5th season, making his 8th appearance during the month of March. Now in his 2nd season, here's the 1-2 pitch, outside, ball 2. Cleary on third base, Joyce from second, and then Lutzo over at first. Amborn delivers, and Cunningham RBI opportunity as he lines it back up the box, and that's going to fall in for a hit. Well, Lutzo trots home, 11-0 Broncos. Nico Olsen with a multi-hit game, 9 knocks on the board. Hitless so far in this series. Very unlike Watanabe. A little bit out. Out of Aiea, Hawaii. Look at the USF dugout. Understandably a bit downtrodden, trailing 11 runs to none. Head coach Rob DeToma there, who kind of like Rusty Filter back in the 2021-20 season, looking to sort of fully reshape this USF program. Linfield is back. Rogers, you can see there right behind second base. Garcia hits it, and right where everyone was not playing, is rounding first and heading to third is Karsten. No throw, and Karsten's in safely. Another multi-hit game for Mateo Garcia. That's earned. So there was an official scoring change, and unfortunately that gets tagged to Soberone. Pitch is low and away. Walked in a bases loaded situation back in the first inning. Hits this one deep towards right field. It struck well, moving as Callinger, but he makes an over-the-shoulder catch. And Karsten will move over to third base. 2 outs now in the inning. The bounce-back effort of the offense for Santa Clara, absolutely a storyline, but what Max Bayless has done to neutralize any opportunity of USF to get back into this game can also not go understated. And the man calling balls, junior from Pleasanton, and a Chabot transfer. coming over the hilltop against Bayless, who has been locked in. Misses outside with a fastball. 6 innings so far, has struck out 8 and allowed just 4 base runners. Has not allowed a hit with the 4 men that have reached. 105th pitch for Max Bayless. So breaking the century mark for the first time in his college career. The 1-0. Fung shows bunt, drops it down. Tough play for Olson. Fields it off his left, throws off right, and it's offline. So Fung with a bunt single. And we'll put 2 men on here.